Oh, it is that time of year again. We are on the eve of a new baseball season. You got that hopeful feeling in the air. Well, at least until you realize that two of your three teams are going to be eliminated from the first 2 weeks. And if the other team does actually make the playoffs, they're probably just going to get steamrolled by the third best NL East team anyway. Cool. Anyway, for opening day, which again is actually tomorrow as of recording, we're going to be heading to San Diego. Petco Park is routinely regarded as one of, if not the best stadium in all of baseball. I look forward to getting to experience it. So, that's what we're going to do. In honor of the new baseball season, here's a chug of some tart cherry juice. That's the good stuff. Let's head to San Diego. As somebody who's been spoiled with one of the best stadiums in baseball, it's going to be a cool experience going to one that is rated higher more often than not. San Diego is also known for its incredible Mexican food, so I went to one of my favorite spots in Denver for some carne asada fries so I could have a good baseline to make a comparison. I will admit it was kind of awkward eating these carne asada fries while these three begged for food, but also one of them's making $700 million over the next 10 years, so we can afford plenty of carne asada fries on his own. On the train to the airport, we passed by Coors Field. Can you imagine what this place would be like if the team was worth a damn? As we fly over lovely Denver, there are 3 things I want to point out about San Diego Padres fans that annoy the ever-loving fuck out of me. 1, they're still whining about Matt Holliday 18 fucking years later, and the other 2, I'll let speak for themselves.
Philly going down to yellow and brown. That's what's in.
Slam Diego loves the Padres.
Both Ron Burgundy and Quiet from the Twisted Metal TV show may have both been onto something. I will say, however, San Diego does have what I would consider to be, as far as I've experienced up to this point, the coolest final approach of any airport that I've ever been to. Just go ahead and take a look at this video, and it'll speak for itself. Seeing as my flight landed at 12:30 in the morning, I had about 5 hours to kill. Terminal 1 wasn't really that exciting, but then when I went to Terminal 2, I found all sorts of cool art installations that were more than worth taking a look at. These things were kind of annoying because there were about 3 of them and they all made that same screeching noise as they moved across the floor. At about 5:30 in the morning, I left the airport. San Diego's airport is only about an hour walk from the city, so I decided to take that walk, and I saw a bunch of cool stuff along the way, including the Maritime Museum of San Diego, which had all sorts of cool boats and submarines and stuff. Not too far from that was the USS Midway Museum, which is a big old aircraft carrier. I'm definitely going to have to go check that out next time I'm in town. Another place that's added to the list for next time is Kansas City Barbecue, which as you can see is the location where some of Top Gun was filmed. Our first actual stop of the day was Breakfast Republic, where I got an order of pretty damn good churro pancakes and an order of way too sweet Oreo pancakes that were still pretty good. After breakfast, I walked about 10 minutes to Petco Park, where I walked around the outside just to get a feel for what it would be like once the gates actually opened. Having about 2 hours before gates opened, we made our way over to the lovely Balboa Park, which many of you may recognize from Tony Hawk's Underground 1. As much as I would have loved to walk around the Japanese Friendship Garden for the rest of the day, our real stop here was called the Museum of Us, which has all sorts of fun exhibits, but mostly one about cannibals and the history of cannibalism that I found to be pretty interesting. The actual exhibits in the museum are best experienced by yourself, but if you are interested, I would highly recommend it as it's only $20 and it's not the worst way to spend a couple of hours in San Diego. I walked around Balboa Park some more before heading back to Petco Park for the main reason we came out here: opening day baseball. After getting myself settled in my seat, it was time to go grab the food item that is considered to not only be the best in this stadium, but one of the best in any Major League Baseball stadium, the tri-tip nachos. They might be a little on the expensive side, but damn, they are good. Throwing out today's first pitch was arguably the second greatest closing pitcher of all time, Trevor Hoffman. Let me introduce you to my favorite Trevor Hoffman memory.
Jamie Carroll, the batter. To right field. Giles is there to make the catch. Tagging is Holiday. The throw to the plate. He is safe. The Colorado Rockies are the National League wild card winners.
Ladies and gentlemen, your San Diego.
After all the pregame festivities, it's time for some baseball. Even though it was opening day, the atmosphere here made it feel like it was a meaningful game in late August, more so than the first game of the season. it doesn't hurt that the game itself was a pretty good back and forth matchup as well. There's nothing like an exciting baseball game to get the appetite going. We made the short walk through the Gaslamp district over to Taqueria Los Chuchis for a California burrito and some carne asada fries. I greatly enjoyed my meal at Taqueria Los Chuchis. After that, I went and checked into my hostel, put the leftover carne asada fries in the fridge, and then immediately went to bed. The hostel itself wasn't amazing, but also it wasn't the worst thing in the world, and considering I had the entire side of the hostel completely to myself, I really couldn't complain. I'm not sure why, but flying from San Diego and then having a 6-hour layover in Dallas and then flying to Denver was somehow $100 cheaper than just flying from San Diego to Denver, so that's basically what we did. Pretty much all I did in Dallas was watch the Rockies continue to prove every negative thing I've ever said about them to be 100% true, and then I watched Stone Cold vs. Bret Hart from WrestleMania 13, which is always a fantastic time. So now it's time to fully review San Diego, California. Even though I had high expectations for this entire trip, every single aspect of it not only met but fully exceeded my expectations. Everything from the baseball stadium to the areas around it, and all of the food, and even Balboa Park, all exceeded any expectations I could have possibly have had for it. I'll definitely need to come out here a few more times to fully explore it before solidifying it as my favorite American city, but as of right now, I'll put it at the top of that list. As much as I enjoyed my time in San Diego, I will admit that Padres fans still have heat with me. Not only do they continue to whine about Matt Holliday and whether or not he touched home, there's also the issue of those two, quote-unquote, songs from earlier. Because of this, I have written a partial cover of Slam Diego Love, which I will now present as a spoken word piece. However, if this video gets 100 likes, I will write the entire song and record it, and then perform an entire music video similar to the original. So now I present to you my version of Rocky Mountain Love. Rocky Mountain Love. Colorado knows how to party. Colorado knows how to party. In the city, the Mile High City, we keep it rockin'. We keep it rockin'. Now let me welcome everybody to the true Wild West. A mascot that's untouchable, it's the absolute best. When the altitude hits, it's like it empties your chest. Y'all still can't win the NL Best. After 18 years, your fans are still complaining, yet I'm still soaking in all that Rocktober champagne. These days, you'll spend $20 billion just to try to hang with the Dodgers, yet they smack y'all around like they're still your true fathers. AJ's doing his best to win, that's what's in. But in the playoffs, all y'all do is disgrace Tony Gwynn. Slam Diego, yeah, that's great, but anytime you come to Coors, y'all are second rate. I don't care if you got a goose or a duck, y'all hid in fear anytime you saw Chuck. About to be passed by the Snakes in the NL West, spend the next 10 years fighting for third best. But your city still rules California love, better Mexican food than that city up above. California burritos, churros, tri-tip nachos, all I can say is fuck Dean Spanos. Now I've said my piece, I'm gonna leave you alone, but not before I remind you that holiday touched home. Colorado knows how to party. Colorado knows how to party. In the city, the Mile High City, we keep it rockin'. We keep it rockin'. As if that wasn't horrific enough, my brain has also come up with a cover for That's What's In. As I said, if this gets 100 likes, I will do a full version of Rocky Mountain Love, the Slam Diego Love cover. But if it gets 200 likes, I will get a group of friends together and we will recreate the entire news segment during which That's What's In took place. So now I will present to you my cover of That's What's In. I apologize in advance. Colorado, let's do this. Padres getting smacked by the purple and black. That's what's in. Friar's gonna lose, and Dinger's gonna cruise. That's what's in. No matter how much you hate, Holiday was safe. That's what's in. Padres batter pack, 'cause we're sending them back. That's what's in. So back, Padres back. Back, Padres back. Back, Padres back. Back, Padres back. After listening to both of those back, I feel at this point I should be threatening that if it doesn't get 100 likes, I'll do them anyway. But that's enough of that dumb shit. Ooh. Stuff's a little strong. Anyway, so we are back from San Diego, and what a trip it was. Petco Park more than lived up to all of the hype. The stadium itself was incredible. The food, as you saw, the tri-tip nachos were fantastic. And the atmosphere there was just amazing. It's kind of weird what happens when, the fans can actually give a shit about the team on the field. Who'd have thought? So anyway, we're going to take our San Diego Padres ice cream helmet, and we're going to go rank it with all of the other stadiums that I've been to. We'll see where it stacks up against the rest. So pretty much as I said, Petco Park more than lived up to the hype, and there was really nowhere else I could have put it but number one. That's an incredible stadium. The gas lamp district around it is equally as cool, and if you want to go to any of the baseball stadiums, I would highly recommend going to Petco. Maybe not first, because it might ruin some of the other ones for you, but you should absolutely head out there for a game at some point. So, if you enjoyed that video, get these garbage baseball team hats out of the way. They're okay, I guess. So if you enjoyed that, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know where you want to see me go next to add to my list, and we'll see you next time.
Come on, let's hear it for the Colorado Rockies. Colorado Rockies, my home team. Keep right on rooting for the Rockies. We're really picking up some steam. Just clap your hands for the Colorado Rockies. Feel that excitement in the air. Stomp your feet while you're rocking with the Rockies. Just try and stop us if you dare. I got Rockies.